Hi, welcome to the Adult Treehouse. I'm Siobhan.
I'm Malmore.
And we are here to discuss and talk about life from the female
and male
point of view, just about all of the things that happen every day.
Daddy's home. The Adult Treehouse.
Hi guys, welcome back to Adult Treehouse. I'm Siobhan.
and Salmore again.
And we're here just hanging out. I hope you guys really enjoyed our last episode around Valentine's Day. You know, we're going to kind of keep the same theme. So what are we talking about today, Almar?
I don't know. I guess we're going to be talking about dating and how it relates to everything to us. And, well, that's really not my favorite subject to talk about because I hate dating in general, so.
Listen, I don't blame you. When I was dating, it was not, it had its fun points, and other times it'd be like, dude, what is going on?
Well, I think with girls, or women, it's in general, it's a lot easier than with men. Just because I feel like, at least on my side, I feel like all the power is like on that side, and like you're just kind of like, oh, please, like pay attention to me, and hopefully I'm okay, and like this date is going well or not.
Seriously? Oh my god, no, I felt like some of my dates were like, okay, how am I gonna get her home and what's next? Like, nah, dude. Like,
no, it's very neurotic with me because it's like one is like asking the girl out on a date, and I mean this has been like a lot of like the downfall of guys in general when they're asking out a girl, right? So I think the key thing is like to make sure on both sides that you both know it's a date because
that is very true. I mean, I've gone out and not known if this was a date or not.
Yeah, because the girl could actually think it's like, oh, it's just a hangout, which is kind of ridiculous too because you're like thinking like, well, it's kind of obvious, but then I guess sometimes it's not obvious, so you have to make it seem like one of my friends were telling me like when he was asking out his future wife at that time, some girl that he knew, he made sure to tell her like, okay, do you want to go out on a date with me? Okay. And then when she confirmed yes, he's like, okay, it's a date. So he had to say it twice just to make sure that it registered.
Oh, okay. So I don't. Okay, I could see that. I mean, I guess I've just friend-zoned a lot of people, just because I was just like, nah. Like, I just don't see you like that. I guess. I don't know. Like, I've gone on some wild dates. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So there is one time I went on this date with this guy. Keep in mind, we grew up together. So I was like, oh, okay, like, we've been friends, like, we've known each other for a minute. So it should be, you would think it would be, like, normal. Like, hey, we're gonna go grab food, hang out, whatever. Needless to say, he's like, oh, I want to go meet up with some of my friends. Do you want to come? And I was like, okay, cool, not a problem. Why did I have to jump into the driver's seat? Because he started fighting. And I was like,
about what?
I don't know. There was like, keep in mind, he has a brand new car. And all of a sudden I see this fight break out because I was sitting in the car and I was like, oh, okay, I really don't feel like getting out, whatever. I was just being a brat. Probably not. I just was not feeling it. So I was just sitting there and I was just like, all right, let me just do some reading, being my corny self. And I look in the rearview mirror and all of a sudden there's a fight. Like straight fist going, like whole nine. And I was like, oh. What the fuck did he just get me into?
So you're just sitting there in shock?
Yes. I don't even know. I think I was like sweating or something. And then the cops start coming. All you hear sirens. And so I jumped I didn't even like get out of the car. Like I jumped in the driver's seat, threw that shit in reverse, threw the passenger side door open. I said, get the fuck in the car. And like Fast and the Furious, reversed that shit and took the fuck off. I just sat there and I was like, I'm going home right now.
That sounds like a great date.
Driving me home. Oh, it was great. It was wonderful. It was wonderful having to do 120 down the fucking parkway to make sure like no one was coming after you. It was great.
What was this?
Never again.
In your 20s and your teens?
Oh, it was in my 20s, my early 20s. The crazy things I do in my early, the crazy things you do in your early 20s. Never again.
I don't know. This is why I hate dating, because I don't really have too much experience with it. And then I think it first started, first started going downhill, I think when I started dating for the first time, which was, I want to say, junior high. And it was probably one of the... No, it wasn't. and I don't know if it's not the same as adult dating. It's like basically if you ask a girl out on a date, it almost seems like you're already attached. Like that's your girlfriend and that's / your boyfriend already.
Oh my God, that always happens.
Like, yeah. So this going into this, I hope she's not listening because she actually knows about this. But she'll probably tell me like, why are you talking about this? But
it's gonna be funny. No names, so.
Oh yeah, no names.
Was she hot at least?
Oh yeah. She's happily married right now. I think 2 kids or something like that.
Oh, that's amazing.
But
she must be a hottie.
Yeah, she's all right. Okay. So we were like, I think we were 13. I want to say 13, and I was going to take her to see. It was Lion King and Wayne's World 2.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, but I really wanted to see Lion King, so I was like, I'm not going to take her to see Lion King because I want to actually pay attention to the movie. So I was like, all right, let me just take her to see Wayne's World 2 because I could care less, and then I could try to make out with her and like do all this other stuff.
Oh my God. Why at 13 were you like even thinking about that? Like,
oh man, like I think even at 11 I was already thinking about all this like sexual stuff already. But yeah, so it was confirmed that it was a date, and then she's like, it's my girlfriend at the time, and I was her boyfriend, and we go to the movies, and I guess I was so stupid because it didn't like my plan I wanted to do is like do like little stuff like during the movie, but then I got into the movie. So I totally forgot about her, and it's probably a shitty movie too. I got Wayne's World 2, but I got into it, and I think she was expecting that I was going to do something, so I think she was already annoyed. And then after the movies, I was walking her home, and it was like a snowstorm. So that was another thing.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and I thought it would be funny, like, if we just, like, played a little bit, so I threw a snowball at her, and she did not appreciate that. She got really, like, annoyed, and she's like, I'm going home. So I was like, what is going on? I was like, I guess that's this 13-year-old me. But we did go out for maybe, like, another month until she, like, broke up with me. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
I mean, alright, you're 13, those are bloopers, like, I definitely didn't know about that one. Those are bloopers. Things shit happens. Like, who cares? I mean, I don't think it really starts counting until, like, you're an adult. Like, when you're out of high school and you're like, okay, let me, like, go out and stuff and go and have some fun. Yeah, I didn't really date in college. Like, I tried to, like, really, like, I went on dates. Actually, a really cute date I'd gone on was... I was in college, and I'm not going to say where this person went to school. It's going to be TMI. But he took me roller skating, and I had not gone roller skating since I was a kid. No bullshit. I literally hit a parked car while rollerblading and like almost killed myself. That was the only way for me to survive was to hit a parked car.
That's totally different than rollerblading and roller skating. I hope you know that.
It is. And I was going down a hill, so that I've never went back on wheels like that.
That's horrible.
Until I was like in my 20s. And I was like, okay, cool. But we had the best time ever. So much fun. It was our first date. Laughed the whole night. And he felt awkward. He was like, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of little kids. I was like, dude, I don't really care because low key, I like to have fun and I like to act like a little kid when I want to. So that was really cool. Really cool person.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm pretty sure he was a nervous wreck, and you were just like, I'm here having fun, and whatever happens.
Yeah, we went on a double. We literally did a double. It was like one of his friends and the guy's like long-term girlfriends and stuff. They ended up getting married. And even though him and I didn't work out, like we ended up just becoming like really good friends because I was like, dude, this is not gonna work out. It's all good.
And I have another horror story about dating. This is the funny thing because I guess this meeting wasn't considered a date, but I ended up being with this person for a very long time. And at the time, she made it feel like it wasn't a big deal, but she later told me on it was a big deal. So we first met in the Philippines. And I was like, this time I want to say I was age 16 at the time. So
you have a little bit more under your belt, a little bit more experience.
Yeah, so then I
don't throw snowballs at chicks, you know.
Yeah. So I know, like, there's no snow anyways over there, so it's so hot down there, so that won't be a problem. But
you threw her in the pool.
Yeah, so I was like, just be a gentleman and make sure that you don't act like a fool. And this time, don't take her to the movie. So I was like, all right, we'll go out to go eat. And then, so we're teenagers, so it doesn't have to be something fancy. It could even be like a fast food thing over there in the mall.
Yeah.
So I asked my mom for money, and and she gives me 500 pesos, which I have no idea what the currency is or how it works. So I'm thinking 500. Okay, this is good. This is gonna give me like like set. I could buy everything. But mind you, like the equivalent to dollars is like $10. So I was like, I didn't know that.
That's not a lot.
So I meet up with her. And
did you tell her it was a date?
No, this is a meetup. But like, that's the thing. But I'm just saying it's not a date, but this is probably what could happen, what could go wrong on a date. Yeah. So we go ordering, and I'm looking at the prices. I was like, wait a minute. like each item is almost like 100 pesos. I was like, I only have 500. And then this is before like I had a debit card or anything like so. So this is the only money I had. And then, so I ordered like the cheapest thing, and she goes, "Oh, you're not hungry? I was like, no. I was like, you go ahead and order whatever." And then, I was like, I think I could manage it if she keeps it under this amount. And since I ordered something really cheap. But then she ordered like this combo meal, which is like came out to like 450, and then I was like, mine was like 100, so I'm down already 50 pesos. So then I told her, look, I turned to her, I was like, look, I'm sorry, I can't afford this. And she goes, what? You can't afford this? I was like, look, my mom gave me this money, and I thought I could cover it. And she's like, you know what? She said, it's no problem. She goes, I'll pay for it. And, she like, if you want to order more, it's fine. So I was like, I ended up ordering more food. But in the future, when we were together, she was like saying, she thought it was funny because here's this kid from the States, it's America, right? And you would think that they would have money to like even afford to buy a fast food meal. So, yeah, just make sure before you go to any place, especially if it is a date, that you have enough funds or it's something that could back you up.
Okay, so you fucked up, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised you even
said
like
to your
wanted
mom,
to see me
like,
after.
dude, I'm going on a date, so I think I need more. I don't know how much it's going to be. I need a little bit more than this.
I think she was thinking it was like back in her day where she went out on dates or something, and she's thinking like this is how it was. Like
see, they get it all fucked up. They get it all fucked up. Yeah. No. I already know. No, when it's going to be like, oh, you need $200. Go and have fun. Go enjoy yourself. I think you could get away with 200. In high school.
Right.
Now in college and stuff, you got to pay for yourself. Oh well, you out. Yeah, so there was this one day I was in college. I had moved and everything, and oh god,
it looks like you're picturing it in your mind exactly how it's going.
Oh Lord, it was a night. Yes, it was a night. It was a lot of fun. Like that's why I said it was a night. It was a lot of fun. Needless to say. I had walked in a little wasted.
Right.
I was stumbling. So how the story went was that my girlfriends went out to go clubbing, and I decided to stay home because I was studying. I had like an exam. Yes. What?
Was this, a Friday or Saturday night?
It was Saturday night.
And you're studying at home?
I was studying at home. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to study, whatever. So I was like, whatever. And needless to say, my girlfriends, I get this call at like 4 a.m. And I was like, I was calling at 4 a.m. And it was my girlfriend. And so my girl, she was like, Siobhan, I need you to meet me outside. B is like really gone. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And I was like, okay, what did you guys drink? And she was like, I have no idea. I think someone slipped something to her.
Oh, no.
I said, okay. So I go outside. Literally, I just have a sweatshirt on and a pair of shorts, and my sweatshirt, it was just like a zip up hoodie, like zipped up. I was like, all right. My hair's looking cray, and I was like, great. I literally just went to sleep after studying all night. So I was like, all right, they're here. And so my girls come out. B was like hanging out of the car, and I go outside and I'm like, holy shit, what is wrong with this girl? Needless to say, my girl, man rolls up with his friend, and I was like, they're looking at me like, oh, hey. And I was like, if you're not helping me get this girl into my apartment, don't fucking talk to me. Like, legitimately just said it to him like that. He's
wow.
like, and I was like, yeah, so if you're not going to help me get her inside, because I'll pick her up, but like, I got to figure out how to get her in. Don't say 2 words to me. Leave me alone, because I need to get her inside, because it was horrible. Didn't know she was going to throw up, like didn't know what was going on. So the friend comes, picks her up. When a chick is dead weight, like the girl must have been no more than like maybe 130 pounds, but dead weight, you're
right.
Like 400 pounds. It's horrible. He picks her up and runs her to my apartment. And he's like, where do I put her? I was like, put her in the bathroom. Just put her in the bathroom. And
in the bathtub?
And no, I had her sitting on the toilet first. And I was like, okay, so me and my girl are like trying to figure out how to get B like together. And then I'm also playing hostess. So I was like, hey guys, so like, what do you want to drink? Like, they're like, I'm good. I was like, well, there's water in the cabinet and like in the fridge. Go help yourself. There's cups. Like, do whatever you need to. So she almost pukes on me. My girl, like all you hear is like, I'm trying to wake her up. Someone's laughing the shit out of her. And, yeah, needless to say. So I run back out, and I was like, I throw her in the shower, like the whole nine, get her all together. And the friend was like, listen, I was like, I don't know how to thank you guys just for helping me get her here, whatever. So he was like, well, you can go out on a date with me. And I was like, dude.
Wow. That's what? A good segue.
I was like, bro, why? He was like, no, like, you can just go on a date. That would be cool. And I was like, all right, I'll go on a date with you. Fine. Wow. Years down the road, he decides to tell me how he brought $10,000 with him that night. Didn't even spend close to 10K, right? So he took me to this really nice restaurant. And then we go to this night. He was like, so where do you... I was like, okay, well, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm tired. He was like, do you want to go to a club? And I was like, I haven't gone clubbing. By that point, had been months because I'd just been staying home and studying. So
right.
I was like, fuck it. Let's go. We go to a club and we party all night. And then he's like, so, like, are you having fun? I was like, yeah. And I was like, so, do you, like, want to go to the strip club? And I was like, I've never been to a strip club ever.
Oh, it's the best. And you know what? He's smart, because going to a strip club with a woman, it's, like, even more fun. I don't know how it happens, but it's just, like, it's more fun.
Oh, my God. It was the best night of my life. I had a blast. Needless to say, I walk in at 5 o'clock in the morning and legitimately trying to figure out what apartment door is mine. Stumbling to my place, and he like dropped me off. He's like, oh, okay, cool, I hope you had fun. And I was like, great, have a good night.
That's perfect.
Talk to you later. We ended up being really cool, really good friends, but like, oh my god, that night was wild. Like wild. He was like, I brought 10K. Like, I thought we were gonna just go spalling out of control. I was like, dude, I don't like, nah, we ain't balling out of control like that. But, you know, we could spend a little bit, but not that much. Like, he was very appreciative of that because he wasn't used to that one. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know what? That's a unique date, I guess. First date, right?
Oh, God, that was the first date. I was like, ugh. What are the rest going to be like?
Well, I mean, that's a little bit, that would make me nervous because that's already kicked off a unique first date. So I'm thinking like, oh man, do I need to top this or do I just go through regular dates, you know?
I mean, I love regular dates. Regular dates are so much better too. I love the ones which I when I was dating, one person, we would just go on dates and like get lost and like phones off, like just kind of just him and I chilling, going get ice cream, like just doing random shit.
Right. I think that's my problem is like I'm a bit neurotic with dates. So let's say if I do get like the date already and I get the answer and yes, it has to be a place where like at least a restaurant I've been to before and I know the menu and I know everything because like I feel
you got to do something different.
No, I need to know like what could possibly happen with at least like the food wise.
Oh no.
And it's crazy because like I put too much pressure on it. It should be like more of an experience, right? Like you just in the moment.
Absolutely.
But I think that's my mistake. I try to make it where I try to control the whole situation, thinking that I'll be more calm. But I think it just makes me more neurotic about it because I'm thinking like I'm more about the date and not the person, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't do that. Like, I understand, like, that control piece. Like, get it, done it, been there, done all of that.
Yeah.
But you just gotta, like, roll with it. Like, the hell with it. Who cares? Whatever happens.
That actually almost happened, or kind of happened, during the pandemic last summer. Mm-hmm. And
tell me about it.
I hope another girl. I hope she's not listening to this one. but
tell me all about it.
She was a really cool girl, and I guess I knew it probably wasn't a date, but it almost seemed like it was a dress rehearsal for a date. So I was like, I better like get this right because then she's not gonna want to even see me again, and you know because we've been talking on text and whatever and chat. So I was like, all right. So I asked her like, hey, let's go to dinner, and she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, well, I don't know if this is completely a date, but yeah, I think this is a dress rehearsal date because, you know, she wants to see how this goes. And I bring her to this restaurant, which I've been to the week before because I already knew what everything was. And I get there and then, And then like, I get there and everything's cool. Mm-hmm. And then I think she notices that I'm a bit tense because, I think you've seen it before. Where
I have. Where you start sweating.
She's talking to me about her day, and I have this look in my face because I'm thinking already like 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead of what's going to happen, and so I'm not enjoying in the moment. And then she stops. She goes, "Hey, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah. Why? What's wrong?" And she goes, "Oh, you just have this like dead look in your face." Like I was just like, "Yeah." So I think she already seen this. So then in my head immediately, I was like, "Well, just let it go because if you continue this like pace, it's over." You know,
dude, I've seen that before.
Yeah. So, you know, so I got comfortable. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You know, just in my head, I was like, just, you know, be yourself and have fun. So then, then it started becoming more enjoyable. We had a pretty good dinner. Then I took her to ice cream and we got really good ice cream and I lived by the park. So,
did you take her to her favorite spot? My God, seriously?
Yeah, with the water and everything, so it was nice. Okay. And then, of course, like just like a movie, it starts raining.
I love that.
And she's wearing a white shirt. So this is the best.
Oh, you got a show.
Yeah, so we're running to my apartment and I'm like, oh man, like I'm like, okay, don't look at her shirt because that's gonna be like you look like a perv. But I was like, oh, this is great.
You were a good gentleman, weren't you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she comes into the apartment and we talk. Nothing really happened, but
Okay.
I think it made it seem like, okay, yeah, this is a cool guy.
Did you
this is a
kiss
cool
her?
girl. Huh?
Did you kiss her?
No, because it wasn't a date.
Oh, okay, but it doesn't matter.
But I should have because I know
it was raining outside.
I know it was like the perfect moment.
You got to use that moment.
I know that's why I think I messed up in the. And in the future, I keep learning over time, but this is one of the biggest mistakes I probably should have. And I gave her one of my cat shirts, which I really like this cat shirt. So she has it.
Did you get it back?
No, because at the time I thought like, hey, she could have it. And, because I really liked her. So I was like, oh, she could have it.
Did she send you nudies in it?
No. It was this picture of her wearing it again, but like, it was cool. It was cool. I enjoyed it, but I do miss that shirt because like it was a really funny shirt. I missed it, but she did buy me.
I hope it wasn't one of the ones that I gave you.
No, I wouldn't do that. Anything else, like this is a shirt that I think I got myself, but she did buy me a cat shirt, so that helped. But I do miss that shirt though.
That's fair. I mean,
yeah.
I can understand that. Like,
yeah.
I've taken some sweatshirts, some sweatshirts, some t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. I just needed a t-shirt for the morning. Oh, wow.
Mm. And then I'm assuming this pandemic's not making dating any easier for anybody.
Oh, it's absolutely horrible. I feel so bad for people, But you could do virtual dates. Like, virtual dates are a lot of fun.
I guess in a way it helps because, like, it breaks that tension of, like, getting to know each other before meeting in person because you're already, like, chatting it up beforehand.
Exactly. You could do a FaceTime dinner date, or what I used to like to do, because I had dated someone that lived very far away, was we would watch movies together. So we would before they had Netflix party or whatever, we would find a movie and just watch it together and comment and that's it. And Skype and stuff. FaceTime.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of done with the whole I'm gonna wait and see what happens because I've learned already over the years, and I've seen it happen too. Is if you wait, you'll lose that moment, and and then either she'll be dating somebody else, and that's it. And then to quote my friend,
or she ends up married. It happens all the time. You cannot wait for that special moment. You just have to take it and make it work.
To quote one of my friends who, I think you were there. Yeah, you were there when he said it in front of our boss at the time and our coworkers. He's like, yeah, I keep telling Almor, if you hesitate, you masturbate. And then,
that is true.
Yeah. So hi,
God,
Joe.
I remember
That's
that.
for you. But
yeah. I remember that day. I was like, yes, bitch.
I was like, oh my God. Well, at least I know our boss at the time was cool and everybody else, but I thought it was funny that he had to mention
I think
that.
everyone's face dropped, and I was like, yes! I was getting the wild one as usual.
That's great advice because I have that in my head all the time. Don't hesitate.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. How many times did I tell you? And we'd have these conversations. You can't wait for any moments. There's no surprises. There's no, I definitely believe in fate. I feel like, people go walk out of your life and come back for a reason, but usually it's fate.
Right.
And there's a reason behind it. It's either you need to learn another lesson, or you guys are supposed to be together and you have to figure it out, whatever it is. We don't meet people by mistake, at all.
That is
you meet
true.
people that change their lives. Legitimately will change your life. Reason, season, or lifetime. I live by that.
It's true because my first date was actually my very first, person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Which is funny because, I'll always remember that, of course,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you learned a lesson there, right? You learned
I did. I'm still learning today. I don't know. It's great.
Listen, dude, if you're not learning, you're not living. You're not living. I learned so much about myself. Especially during this pandemic, I've learned so much that I'm like, wow, I'm actually a better person today than I was, I would say, a year before or 2 years before, because I wouldn't be able to deal with who I was, especially around dating or like, being able to be a good partner to somebody. Right.
Right.
You know, it's the little things. It's, hey, get up and maybe make that cup of coffee for them, or that tea, or like, fold their laundry, or just do something nice, you know. And dating, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and spend money. Dating is, you know, for me, it's those intimate moments that you guys can just share together that no one else knows about other than the two of you, you know, where you have those inside jokes.
Unless we talk about it on the show.
Exactly. I mean, listen, I got a lot of stories, unfortunately. I actually had one, I had dated.
Yeah.
I guess I was a cat.
No, it was actually my phone because it came out of my pocket. But yeah.
Awesome. That was a good one. I actually dated somebody, ended up being a very good family friend's son. Mother and I are like still really tight. Love her to death. No names. But I could just tell that he really wasn't my type. But like, I still made it work, obviously, for a little while. And I was just like, as time went on, I just knew, I was like, dude, I'm just out of this realm of us. And, yeah, needless to say, I'd gone out partying one night and go a little too wasted. Like, yeah, he didn't like it, but I had fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, that's. I think that's fair,
I'm like super happy. Well, you've seen me drunk before. Happy drunk.
That's fair. I think if you're gonna be dating somebody, you should be like, you shouldn't see every single part of them and decide if you want to be with that person still.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I think you definitely need to see all sides, good, bad, and the ugly. I definitely wasn't a hot mess drunk, but I was a happy drunk, and he did not like people drinking. So needless to say, he was like, we're done. And I was like, whoop, I don't care. I will be your biggest mistake. And I definitely was, unfortunately. But, oh well.
Yeah, that's life, right?
That's life. Yes, it is. All right. So yeah. What other horror stories do you have?
I think that's it for now. I'll probably create new ones soon.
Yeah. I mean, we still have to have a dinner date soon, too. I mean, I still date my friends, as I said, so we'll be going on a date soon. Got to decide where we're going, though. We have to do something fun. I haven't done something fun in a while.
Well, I'll be sure not to be too neurotic like I would be if it was like an actual date.
Dude, bro. We're bros. Remember that.
Yeah, so I don't really care. It's fine.
Exactly. Alma and I go on dates together. We eat a lot, so, you know, I can't wait. But remember, we have to start training again, so I'll be ready.
Yeah, that could probably be another thing we could talk about in the next episode about after you eat all that food, what to do with it afterwards.
Exactly. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this session of Adult Treehouse and dating. So yeah, hopefully you come back and you listen to our next one in about what? How long?
Another 2 weeks, I guess.
Awesome. Well, everyone have some fun, and I hope you enjoyed our little tidbit.
Yeah, take care, everyone. And I'm single.
You're single. Ladies, take him. Take care, guys. Bye.